How you guys doing? This is Rich from RICHTVLIVE. So I wanted to talk to you about some news that I just read. I don't know how good it is. Canntrust has been notified by the Toronto Stock Exchange, the TSX exchange, that if they do not get up to date on its filings, and they are way behind, like quarter after quarter after quarter. If they don't get up to date on all of their filings, they will be delisted off of the Toronto Stock Exchange by March 25th, 2020. Now, Canntrust has responded and said that they fully intend to get all of their filings up to date. I believe this is a strategy. I think Canntrust knows that if they file their financials, it's going to look really bad. So they are purposely not filing their financials. But now it looks as though they are forced to or be delisted. So I think what's happening right now is Canntrust is playing a waiting game. They're trying to see if they'll be able to get their license back before March 25th or after. Now they've got a date drawn in the sand, and they've been told if you do not get up to date with your filings and your disclosures, you will be delisted off of the Toronto Stock Exchange, which they work so difficultly and so vigorously, and they work so difficultly and they work so hard to get onto. So I believe what's happening is they know that if they report their financials, they're going to look terrible. So without a license, what financials do they have? They're not allowed to do any sales. So they know this. So what they've chosen to do is say, we're not going to report, we're not going to file anything until we get our license back. And then we'll do a major catch up. So I think this is what their plan is. Now they've been told by the Toronto Stock Exchange they have until March 25th. So they've got essentially December, January, February, March. They've got 4 months to get their license, hopefully, by then, hopefully, and then report, and then they'll be fully up to date, and they'll be fully in compliance, and they'll have no issues whatsoever as far as the Toronto Stock Exchange. They'll be fully up to date in the reporting, and at that point in time, they would have a license, and that point in time, they would hopefully be able to start generating sales. But I saw this news, and I said, oh, this is difficult. This is difficult. Well, I think that a lot of people are getting frustrated, but you have to remember, Drake just got in, Kevin Durant just got in, people are getting in. So while some of you get frustrated and get out, others are getting in. I'd rather be getting in right now and really positioning ourselves in the best. The best will be blessed and we'll make the most money. Take a look at GRWG, Grow Generation Corp, on the path to profitability, moving to the the NASDAQ exchange. They'll be on the NASDAQ next week. They were up 5% today, and they've been up all year. Grow Generation Corp has done well this year. So despite the fact that other companies are failing or struggling, falling off, having legal issues, Grow Generation Corp has been going up all year, and they just announced they're going to go to the NASDAQ, and that will be happening December 2nd next week. There's still companies that are successful right now in the sector. Thank you, Neurosis. I appreciate it. If you guys get a chance, smash that like button. I appreciate you guys. Thank you guys. So yeah, I was just reading some of the news and I saw that Canntrust has until March 25th to get up to date on their filings and disclosure statements. So hopefully they do. Hopefully they get fully up to date. Otherwise, they will lose the right to be listed on the Toronto Stock Exchange, which would be a huge step backwards for the company. Now, clearly the company's had a few steps backwards since they were growing behind illegal walls and since they lost the ability to sell products. They've had to fire a bunch of employees. Now they're behind on their filings. Now they're being put up against the wall by the Toronto Stock Exchange, and essentially they're saying, if you don't get up to date on your filings, by March 25th, 2020, you're no longer going to be listed on the Toronto Stock Exchange. Hopefully, Canntrust can get up to date. They did in the press release say that they fully intend to get up to date in their filings. Love to know your guys' opinion. What do you guys think? LSH, yeah, Liberty Health Sciences is a good company. It's really low, and I think the upside is fantastic. That's why it went up. You know, good companies are going to go up. Bad companies are going to go down. Companies that are diluting are going to go down. Companies that are losing money are going to go down. Companies that are making money, companies that are profitable, companies that are doing business the right way, companies with a tight share structure, they're going to go up. And it doesn't matter if it's the cannabis sector or any sector, good companies that are profitable will go up. We saw that with Best Buy today. Best Buy reported very strong results, stock went up. If you report strong results, chances are your stock's going to go up. If you report poor results, chances are your stock will go down. I really like Canopy Rivers at these prices. I really, really, really like Canopy Rivers at these prices. And the fact that they've got Kevin Durant now, I think is a game changer for Canopy Rivers, in my opinion. Yeah, I think that it would be nice to see Canntrust get back to being fully compliant. It would be nice to see Canntrust get their license back by Health Canada. Health Canada, you know, what are we waiting for here, man? Be nice to give them their license back. So hopefully they get their license back. Hopefully they get fully compliant. Hopefully they don't get delisted off the TSX, because the people that are going to get hurt are the shareholders. So Health Canada, if you care at all about the shareholders at all, let's get this Canntrust license back. It'll give a boost to the sector. They'll be able to report and get up to date on their financials, because clearly they don't want to report their financials, because who wants to report a bunch of zeros? Because that's essentially what they're going to be reporting. They're not able to sell. You took away their license. So Health Canada, you took away Canntrust's license. Now they're getting behind on their financials. They're getting behind on their reporting because they don't got a license. So give them back their license. They'll be able to report all of their financials, get up to date, and they'll be able to stay on the Toronto Stock Exchange. So my opinion is Health Canada needs to give Canntrust this license back. Inbred Jed says 25 years as a stockbroker experience tells me not to walk away from Canntrust, run. I don't know, man. I have some people telling me that they're going to be back and they're going to be better than ever. Mark Pepper says if Florida gets rec legalized in November 2020, Liberty Health will explode, I believe. And that's why they're going up. A lot of people like Liberty Health Sciences. That's a reality. Just because the stock is down or has been down doesn't mean it can't go back up, especially if they're profitable, especially if they're a good company that people like. We got 17 likes and 53 people here. Pretty poor ratio. Can we get our like game up? We're talking about Canntrust. Canntrust has received notice from the Toronto Stock Exchange outlining the fact that they need to be up to date on their reporting and their financials, which they're way behind, multiple quarters. And if they want to not get delisted off the Toronto Stock Exchange, they need to actually get up to date on their financials. So love to know what you guys think. Is Canntrust done? Will Canntrust be back? I think they'll be back. I hope they can get their reporting up to date before March 25th. And I hope Health Canada can give them their license back soon. Cody Olson says, expect ACB green tomorrow with the opening of West Edmonton Mall store. I think it's possible. I think the entire sector went down because the FDA put out news saying that they sent out letters to 15 companies about CBD use, and companies need to get FDA approval before they can put out any remedies for CBDs on products without being lab tested. They're just not going to deal with that. So if a company wants to be able to say, hey, this CBD helps pets, the FDA wants to have those products lab tested, which I actually agree with. Why would anyone make a claim that hasn't been proven? So hopefully we can get everything proven, get everything lab tested, get everything up to date, and we can move past this. But in my opinion, that's why we saw a lot of red today, and specifically with CBD companies like CWeb, they went down a lot today because of the ruling by the FDA, which essentially the only company who has FDA approval right now is GW Pharmaceuticals. And that's why GW Pharmaceuticals is trading around $100. How about Xena Rich? Tomorrow is the day of the right conversion. It'll be interesting to see what happens. It'll be very interesting to see what happens. I'm a holder of Zenabis. I believe in the business. The stock clearly has been a nightmare in 2019, along with a lot of other companies. But today I saw the news with Heritage Cannabis. Heritage Cannabis is excited to work with Zenabis. Heritage Cannabis is excited to do business with Zenabis. Heritage Cannabis is saying that Zenabis has good products. This weekend, I did purchase Zenabis products. I had some friends test it. They said it was smooth. They said they got a really good effect. So far, everything I've heard is good. Despite the fact the stock price sucks, the company itself has partnerships with Tilray, Tantalum Labs, Heritage Cannabis. Seems as though people want to work with them and they're providing a service. I think that Zenabis still has a future despite the fact the stock price has been a nightmare. You made profit on Cali today? Good work. Good work. So I just wanted to bring you guys the news. I don't want to make this a long stream. Well-rounded reviewer says, I put in an order for 25,000 more Xena at 10 cents USD for tomorrow. Good luck. I hope you win big. So I just wanted to bring you guys the news on Canntrust. Some big news. They have until March 25th to get updated on their financials, or they will be delisted from the Toronto Stock Exchange. Love to know what you guys think about this. Comment down below. Share the video everywhere. Smash the like button. It's your boy Rich from RICHTVLIVE. If you're not winning, you're not watching. We bring the news. We bring you the winners, and we bring them to you first. It's true. GRWG will be on the NASDAQ next week. Keep it on your watch list. Keep it on your radar. They've been on fire, and I believe that this continues. Stay tuned. Your boy Rich from RICHTVLIVE, and I'm out. Peace. Come on, Canntrust. Come on, Health Canada. Let's give these guys their license back. Sector's under attack. We at war. All right, I'm out. Peace.